Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to The Medium by Design. Now this message is a little different. As you know by now, those who follow me, I receive messages from different levels of spirit, different dimensional levels, and different dimensional beings. So the famous people, that's very easy to understand. The soul is there for us to tap into, for me to receive messages. But then there are others. We have many ascended masters and beings. We have councils overseeing us. And this one is extremely interesting to me. This happened during a meditation at a friend's house during this coronavirus time. So this is a recent message. And this being showed up, which they often do with me, especially when my eyes are closed and I'm at somebody else's group meditation or spiritual teaching or something, whatever I'm there to experience. So this particular message is from what he called himself a grid worker. Now, those that are deeper into the spiritual studies and understand that the earth is surrounded by a grid will probably eat this up and just love it, right? But even for me that understands the grid, this message was profound, because this message helps us understand some of what's going on with our physical bodies and why we had to come to a stop. Now remember, those that are following some of my videos and some of the other great spiritually in tune people right now, you realize that there are multiple levels of reasons why things were brought to a halt and why some of us really have completely stopped and why certain areas of society have completely stopped. So there is a practical, very sound, multiple levels of reason for this halting. And so that's what we want to be aware of, and that's what we want to hold on to, that there are reasons for this, and that we need to be doing our own personal work, which mine is to keep listening to Spirit and getting more information and more clarity to this current transitional phase. So I'm going to get right into it, and I hope it touches you very deeply, as deep or more deeply than it touched me. So here's what the grid worker had to say. We continue to repair the damage to the old grid as well as activate the new grid. Hence, people needing to take a break from all of these intensified frequencies by staying at home. As we work, new light codes continue to bombard the earth and your bodies. It is much more challenging to receive these frequencies and change DNA if you are running and busy. At this point of human evolution to get through, you must rest. For some, more than others, people will often just write their tiredness off as old age, a bad night's sleep. But this would not be accurate. Most cannot fathom what is really going on, nor understand how each of you is connected to the grid through your soul cords. These cords are real and keep your connection literally alive through your earthly life. This waking up process will have many humans feeling and experiencing senses they have no experience with. Hence, multiple waves of uncontrollable emotions. Now I'm laughing because if you watch the Ronald Reagan message, you will see my uncontrollable emotional reactions. But of course, he's speaking on a broader term for everyone. There does not have to be a conscious reason, although there can be, for these emotional reactions. The important thing to note is to allow each wave as best you can to flow through and out. Breath helps, relaxing helps, and sleep is the best way to allow this process to reach full success. This is why we have been recommending to be aware of your individual needs at any given moment. Before the virus pandemic, most were not listening to themselves. They were building each day with agendas that did not allow for healing, soul connection, restoration, or DNA repair. Now, with many home, out of work, not shopping, not socializing, much work can be accomplished. For those addicted to stimulation, being busy, we say the transition may be more difficult. The physical vehicle is going through a level of transformation it has not attempted and never accomplished before. It is in your best interest to take breaks each day, throughout the day, to allow these changes to occur. Remember, no pushing, especially now. You will each get through this with a much greater creative flow than you have had before. You will feel more alive and ready to take on more life because your bodies will be much clearer and in flow with your own soul's light. This was always the intention, not unlike your Jesus teacher and those who followed, and more importantly, learned the teachings that include this power of connection that has been so damaged and severed for many today. You will see more and more people flowing much more comfortably in their own skin and bringing new ideas, inventions, and technologies through that will change the way of life for everyone, including those cultures who have been living without much of anything for so long. It truly is time to balance the scales worldwide so many more souls can experience a level of freedom of expression never before felt in their culture. You will see this shift as a reality, not just a fantasy, wish, or illusion. Look forward to more good than has ever been experienced. Have patience, as many will be riding a rough ride. Smooth sailing for some, but not all. Go and be the light. So I hope this touched you deeply. I have to say, I never know what they're going to say. And I felt this was so uplifting. And also bringing clarity to when I feel these waves, which many of you are feeling, during the day, you just all of a sudden are exhausted. And it's like, all right, I need to take a break. I need to lay down. So this being is reminding us, please do so. Please pay attention to your individual needs. So I'm going to continue this round of videos today, and I am so appreciative that you watch, and I hope they touch you very deeply. I did add a PayPal donation button in the banner at the top of my page, and I also added it to a link to each video because I am very, very open during this time for any donations that you can afford, that you would be moved to give, as I am not working, presently. Just this is my work, which I love dearly, and I won't give it up for anything. So I hope that you're all doing well and that you feel the blessings of Spirit every day, and stay tuned because there's much, much more to come by The Medium by Design.